All right, guys. So today I want to review this album, and then also remember Dio. His passing was, I think, just a few weeks ago, and they had that big celebration where people go and sing Dio songs and stuff. So I think it's been what 16 years, 2010, right? So anyway, this is one record I haven't reviewed. So this is Elf LA 59 in America. It's called LA 59. I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, it's called Carolina County Ball. Oh, this is the one where, where they're all standing on top of a balcony. I used to have that record, and then I gave it to my friend Todd in the Bay Area. So hopefully he still has it. So anyway, the lyrics are back here. This is the other version. So the one I gave him was a different version, but it's the same album. So Carolina County Ball, LA 59, Ain't It All Amusing, Happy, Annie New Orleans, Rockin' Chair, or Rock and Roll Blues, Rainbow, Do the Same Thing, and then Blanche. So this is Ronnie Dio vocals, Mickey Lee Soul, keyboards and vocals, Gary Driscoll drums, Craig Gruber bass, and then Steve Edwards guitar. So this is, remember that they had I've already done the Trying to Burn the Sun album. And I think I did it like twice because it was so good. And then the first one is different than these two because the first one is more like just like rock and rolly, you know what I mean? It's more like kind of blues and rock and rolly. And then these are more like, like I made the comment before, if Blackmore hadn't, right, formed Rainbow with Dio, and then basically, what was the Elf members, right? After Trying to Burn the Sun, they could have went like anywhere. So if you really want to hear Dio sing, these are the albums. I think because I used to sing in a Dio cover band. I think the one song we played was what is that? I think that was off the first album. So, but I don't think we've done any of this. So maybe I'll sing a little bit. I don't know. The lyrics are right here, which is cool. So this is a great album, absolutely great album. Now, if you if you can draw the kind of the similarities between Dio and Chris Cornell, right? It's the same thing. Chris Cornell has basically just, to be nice, kind of stolen Dio's voice. And then Dio's favorite song was Spoon Man because he pronounces the words and he does the style exactly like Dio. But of course, those guys will never admit it, that they took stuff from metal because they're so anti-metal, right? But when I hear Chris Cornell sing, I just hear Dio. So that's one point. Second point is if you really want to hear Dio sing, Elf is Elf and Rainbow, right? After that, I mean, he kind of went more heavy metal to where like this probably sounds more like kind of like what Soundgarden or like right, kind of the solo Chris Cornell, where this has got a little bit of honky tonk, this has got a little bit of Americana, this has got a little bit of Appalachian, right, it's got blues, it's got mountain man music, like I said, it's got it's got a little bit of that country honky tonk, all that stuff put together. I'm probably forgetting 3 or 4 genres, but Carolina County Ball, I might not, because I haven't heard this in a long time, so I might not be able to sing it exactly in the pitch that he sings it on. Maybe we can talk about that. It says composed by Ronnie Dio and Mickey Lee Soul. Same thing as Trying to Burn the Sun. So Carolina County Ball. Just imagine my surprise to be there. If you touch me with a feather, I'd fall. I guess you say we finally made it. We're playing the Carolina County Ball, yeah. So that's that song. Great song. In the Dio cover band, like I said, we covered one of the songs, but nobody really knows this kind of stuff. The early Dio kind of stuff. So I would love to form a band like this, right? Kind of the honky tonk, kind of blues kind of thing. It's hard to find the players. Where do you find people, that actually want to do it? If you can find the guitar player, you can't find a bass player. If you can find the guitar player and bass player, you can't find a drummer. So I gave up trying to form bands. I might as well just do this solo singer songwriter. LA 59, Let's see. I can't remember how this goes, even though the lyrics are here. Remember it well, and I had to hear it again. Oh, this is the one that goes, back to LA 59, right? Something like that. I have to hear it, sorry. Oh, and ain't it all amusing? Oh, this is one. I love this line. Baby, if you flatter me, you might get somewhere. But it ain't gonna flatter you because I don't really care. Ain't it all amusing? Oh, this is the one I was talking to you about. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill fell down and broke her crown. That's the way it caught her. Remember I was talking about how Americans want to sound British? And then we get to Happy. So this is a great song, Happy, right? Even though it's happy, it's kind of a sad, somber song. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, this and Black Sabbath, kind of sounds a lot like, Soundgarden-ish, kind of that grunge kind of stuff, Very, very happy that you're so happy. Very, very happy for you. Looking around every corner, I'm happy to see that you're happy. I would need the guitar. I mean, I'm singing completely a cappella with no key reference, right? Special situation, pleasant demonstration, till the cat roll out of the bag. He's probably singing it even higher, right? You won't let me get my hopes too high, but now I'm happy. Great song. Crazy kind of feeling, and hanging from the ceiling with a bag tied over my head. Like I said, it's happy. Song's called Happy, but it's actually very somber, very sad, right? But you won't let the sun shine in, but now you're happy. And then it just repeats that chorus over and over again. Very, very happy that you're so happy. Very, very happy I'm free. And I think I switched like keys twice in the song already. Looking around every corner. I love the way he does that. He kind of bridges his head voice in. Happy to be so happy. Right? Almost exactly like Chris Cornell, the way he sings, right? Annie New Orleans. I think this is the one that goes da na 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 da na 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 na, right? Side 2, right? Annie New Orleans, Rockin' Chair, Rock and Roll Blues. Oh, this one, I love this one. He starts off very kind of, pianissimo, right? How do you whisper out loud to be all alone in a crowd? Well, I love the way he says that. Well, how do you manage to fly? Breathe like the wind as you sigh. Sunburn in the fire. She's not feeling the sun. Look at her run. It's great that the lyrics are right here. Can't quite decide who's to blame. And how do you manage to fly? So he sings that whole part pianissimo, and then he goes full force, right? This is the one that goes, Mama told me so. Son, you're getting slow. Found a girl to make it your own, right? And then another great song, Rainbow, right? Brilliant song, right? Lady, pick your feet up, come lay beside me. Show me things I've never known before. 7 days of wonder, come and pray beside me. Again, it's kind of hard to sing this without the key reference. I'm going purely by memory. I guess I'm through believing no one's waiting for me. Think I woke up living on my dream, yeah. Your black-eyed husky woman, come and lay beside me. Oh, this is that great chorus that goes, she ain't chasing out the rainbow, silver lining in the sky. Had a man the devil. I think it's way up there. I'm singing all these songs like that. So the thing with Dio is that, I'll have to cut this out. Let me get my guitar. The thing with Dio is that a lot of his melodies, right, are right in the passaggio. So that's why it's way up there. And, you know, it's hard for anybody else to sing unless you're like an opera singer. So the passaggio starts right here. This is half step, but if it was full, you know, standard tuning, it would be like E4. Like right here, right? These notes here. So he puts all of his melodies right here. So it's not like this. Lady, put your feet up. Come and stay beside me. Show me things I'll never know again. If I had a choice, I would sing it in that key. But he is like way the fuck up there. Lady, put your feet up and stay beside me. Show me things I'll never know again. That's why it's harder to sing Dio, because he sings in the passaggio. So the passaggio is just a fancy, you know, well, it's an Italian term to meaning that that's like, you know, this is where the male voice starts kind of cracking, right? So you have to train, opera singers train like decades to sing right here. So it's this right here. And, you know, most of metal, this is why metal is compared to opera, because most of metal lives right here. These notes right here. All the metal lives right here, singing. Because you have to sing higher to be heard. So, I guess I'm kind of warming up to it. Yeah, great song here. Had a man the devil, got me thinking about a woman, so I walk right up to her. Okay, that's a great song. And then we got Do the Same Thing. Oh, this is the one that goes, crazy little woman, go down, 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 down. Going well the honey sweet. Yeah, that's pretty much the melody. And then the last song is kind of like a gentle piece. Like I said, he's done everything here. Everything you'll hear in Chris Cornell. Everything you'll hear in all those, you know, the 90s kind of revival, which is just a sort of the, like I said, it's a mixture of everything. You know, Americana, you know, blues, right? Honky tonk, right? He's done already here. So I would really be surprised if like Chris Cornell and those guys hadn't heard this kind of stuff, because it sounds exactly the same, you know. Sounds exactly the same, especially Chris Cornell. You know, sounds really the same. I mean, so this song, Blanche, this is the one, it's just got that one melody repeating over and over again. This is that kind of that, you know, rainy days, too many rainy days. It's been found, you can't count, rain go away. It's probably higher. Rain go away. I haven't heard this in a long time. And he just repeats that same thing again and again. Rainy days, too many rainy days. I usually have a sense of singing it down here, and then it always turns out it's like way higher. The way that he's singing it, you know. So anyway, yeah, great album. I think you can still find this on LP, like for like $30. Yep. So it's unfortunate that, you know what I mean, that he kind of abandoned this kind of style and then kind of went like more like just like, you know, metal, right? After basically he dismissed anything before Black Sabbath as basically gentle singing. So he would just consider this gentle singing. And then starting with Black Sabbath, that's more aggressive singing, right? But he could really do it all. Right, so he could really do it all. I mean, and of course we know all the earlier stuff, even before this, right? Just very good. He's kind of crooning it. So this is why this sounds a lot different than Ozzy, because Ozzy is going to sing more kind of, I mean, they're both blues influenced, but Ozzy is going to sing more like, you know, I mean, I don't know if I want to make the comparison. He's just a different singer. You know what I mean? These two are, it's kind of like apples and oranges, to where this is, you know, it's kind of like operatic, and then it's kind of crooning, right? Because he even covered that song, you know, you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of loving drives a man insane. Dio covered that, right? Crack the whip, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That song, right? And if you hear it, if you hear the way that the original singer sings it, Jerry Lee Lewis, and then so he's from that time to where he sounds like all those guys, the Bobby Darin, you know what I mean? Who couldn't last for irresistible you? Baby, that's what you got. Cause that's on me and try to ride. If I don't know the words, I just kind of mumble through or make it up, you know. All right, so great album. Pick it up. I think you'll like it. Great example of all the big range and everything, all the different characters the Dio can sing in, and then, you know, different timbres the Dio can sing in, okay?